Behind the Brand takes an inside look at the people that are making things happen. From up-and-coming entrepreneurs to the big guys, we show you how they go about their business. Meet the innovators with the know-how and vision to succeed. Get behind the brand. Hi, I'm Brian Elliott. Welcome to another episode of Behind the Brand. Today I'm here with pro surfer Bethany Hamilton. Bethany, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. So tell us what's going on.
Well, I've had a crazy last couple of years, and it's kind of come into the winding end of making my movie Soul Surfer. DVD is releasing this August, so it's been an amazing couple of years, just life-changing, and I've learned so much. I've just enjoyed it a lot.
So for the viewers who don't know much about you or your background yet, kind of tell us what your story is.
Well, I'm 21 years old, and I was born and raised in Kauai, Hawaii. My whole family surfs, so I automatically took up surfing. I was doing really well competing as an amateur, looking forward to a professional career. And then when I was 13 years old, I was surfing off the coast of Kauai, and I lost my arm to a shark, and it was pretty crazy. And I'm just thankful to be alive. It was an intense day, and yeah, so a few weeks later I started surfing again.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy. Literally less than a month later I was back in the water, and that was as soon as the doctor said I could. And yeah, I just am so passionate and motivated for surfing, and God has given me this talent and love for it that I just had to go back out there. And I guess I was more scared of not surfing than of sharks or whatever might happen in the water. So I started surfing again, and I ended up competing and doing well, and I'm a professional surfer now today, and I've written a book called Soul Surfer. I have a documentary made on my story, Heart of a Soul Surfer, and then it's led into the movie feature film Soul Surfer.
Fellas, we don't have to wait for the action.
Well, when you get tired of the pipe, come surf some real waves.
Bethany Hamilton is holding nothing back.
Your word, make him go. As you shoot across the sky.
Who's the movie for, really? Who's the audience?
It's amazing how Soul Surfer turned out, and I obviously it definitely really targets young girls growing up, and especially. But I've heard from so many different ages, from grandpas and grandmas to little kids to teenage boys to grown men and dads and moms, and I really feel like it reaches every age.
I agree with you too, and our viewers, they have challenges, they have obstacles, and I really think your story is a survival story, literally and metaphorically. I mean, it's the perfect kind of case study, I think, for athletes and non-athletes to look at as a way to overcome challenges.
Yeah, definitely, and so many of us have crazy circumstances and stuff that we are not expecting come and get thrown at us, and it's you gotta choose how you want to deal with it. You can either give up and just kind of get self-pity, or just
Did you go
look for the good in things. And no, I didn't really deal with self-pity. It was more just what am I gonna do with this situation? I gotta turn it into something good.
So you had this really bad thing happen to you, and you were able to get back in the water a month later. I want to know, because people who are watching this show, they're entrepreneurs, they're athletes, amateur, or doing their own thing. But I want to talk more about how you overcame obstacles and where sort of that inspiration came from, because I don't think that's normal. Someone has something like that dramatic happen to them, it may set them back for years. How did you get through so fast?
I was only 13 years old, and to have your arm taken away is intense, and I really don't know how I dealt with it. I mean, I know that my faith in Jesus Christ is really what gets me through every little thing that I do, and I've been through so much that I don't know if I could have done it on my own, but just trusting in Him and knowing that God loves me and has a plan bigger than I know is really what I can have hope in, and continue surfing and making good choices day to day. And I get so much thrown at me that I have to deal with, so it's pretty amazing how that works.
Well, you're really vocal about, sharing your faith, and you seem to be a very spiritual person. Was that how it was growing up, or did that come later after you? And I want to kind of find out where this inspiration comes from.
Yeah, and religion is something that a lot of people maybe are not into, and for me it's more of a relationship with God who loves me, and when I'm dealing with something that I'm struggling with, I'm able to bring it to Him, and just it always seems to work itself out.
So that was a great source of strength for you, and something you fell back on in a big way after the accident.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, maybe it's kind of natural too, because surfing is kind of a spiritual experience, right?
Yeah, surfing is something so special. It's like when I'm out in the ocean, I feel at home. Like I have a stressful day, but as soon as I step in the water, I can forget it all and just have fun and be myself and get creative on waves and get some exercise and feel healthy.
So fast forward, a few months or maybe in a couple of years after, what kind of obstacles did you face mentally, physically, and talk to us about how you got through that, because I'm sure your rehabilitation and learning how to surf all over again wasn't easy.
Yeah, definitely. Just taking one step at a time, learning how to surf was definitely challenging, and I worked really hard at it. And I think being young, I was very adaptive and creative and figuring out how to do things. And there's this one cool scene in Soul Surfer that is based off a true scene of my dad making a handle on my surfboard so that I can grab my board and duck dive. And it's a very simple thing. It's just a little handle on my surfboard, and it really helped me duck dive, but stuff like that, just being creative and figuring out how to do things. And
did you get discouraged at all along the way?
I definitely had my discouraging days, and I would just kind of take a break or go hang out with friends and try to forget it and move on.
So your Hawaii easygoing nature, you let it roll off your back.
Yeah.
No worries attitude. Got you through it.
Yeah, definitely. And then you have the good days that are so rewarding, and especially when you get good surf and you're just so stoked that you forget everything that you dealt with the last week that might not have been as good.
You and Alana Blanchard sort of grew up on the same path, right?
Yeah. Alana and me are best friends since we were 8 years old, and we really pushed each other to get better and better at surfing, and it's cool to see how both of our lives have developed and blossomed.
So what advice would you give to young girls who are facing challenges, either mental or physical?
Whatever age you are, if you're dealing with something inside or outside, I think it's important to know that find your qualities and focus on those, and then if you are weak in some aspects, whether it's mental or physical, work hard at that. If it's physical, there's so many great opportunities to work on getting fitter, or physical therapy. I'm such a strong believer in that. I've been working really hard at my posture and spinal alignment, which has helped me so much in just keeping my body healthy. And also just eating healthy, I think, is a huge role in our physical health and even our mental health. So many people have such bad diets, and you see that they're not able to really focus on things and keep their motivation in life. And I think it's another huge important aspect, which I could spend hours talking about. But yeah, just eating a healthy diet, and most of all, just looking for the positive in things. We all face hard situations, and really just know that good can come out of it, and you just gotta fight for that.
You're amazingly optimistic, and I think you're the perfect role model for, like I said, for anyone. It doesn't have to be athletics or whatever, but you're an incredible role model, and I think you're making a big difference. Talk to us about how now you're sort of using your celebrity for good. So a lot of people look up to you. You're getting involved in other things. You'll probably be surfing the rest of your life, but what do you see yourself doing, either in addition to surfing or after you officially, hang up your career? What else are you interested in, and what else can you see yourself doing?
Well, I'm 21 years old now, and I have so many opportunities ahead of me. I really just want to make a difference in this world. What I've started with is I've started a nonprofit organization called Friends of Bethany Hamilton, and our target with that is to reach shark attack victims or amputees or people just going through a rough time. And it's been really cool. I've met some really awesome people that I've gotten to encourage, but then oftentimes I end up getting encouraged. I met this one girl the other day. She came out to Kauai on her honeymoon, and she had been in a gnarly car accident and lost the use of her arm, and she's a snowboard instructor, and she's learning to play guitar with one arm.
Awesome.
And it was like amazing because I used to play guitar and I haven't even tried to like learn to play it. But yeah, like that's just an example of a cool story through this organization that we're working on, and this is with my family and I, and it's been really just cool and I've learned a lot. And I'm also looking into making a TV show with me kind of just traveling and reaching out to people in different parts of the world and
Yeah.
kind of just getting creative with it.
Like
We're
a
not
road
really
trip
sure.
kind of show?
Yeah, like just adventure.
Day in the life, Bethany
Yeah.
Hamilton.
Surfing, and but also like helping people around the world. Like been on a few mission trips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just getting fun with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You also use social media a lot. You know,
Yes.
talk to us about how you use that and why you're using it. Is it the way to reach your fans and engage with people?
I'm really pretty active on Facebook and Twitter, and I also have a blog. And with that, I really like to just keep people in the loop with what I'm doing. And I love sharing health tips and just encouraging people. It's really an awesome way to keep in touch with people. And
Where
and
can they
have
find
fun
you on
with
Twitter?
it. I'm just Bethany Hamilton, and then same Facebook, just Bethany Hamilton. Even though I know there's a few fake ones, but hopefully you'll figure out which one's me.
Final questions. So what's something about you that a lot of people don't know? Maybe it's a superpower you've got, or something you know that a lot of people don't know. Are you a great singer? Do you cook? I mean, what's
Okay.
one of your hidden talents?
Some things I like to do, I love food preparation, like just making creative things. And sometimes it's cooking and sometimes it's just getting creative with my food processor.
Yeah.
And I did jiu-jitsu for a while, which I really like and I want to start back up, but it just kind of conflicts with surfing sometimes. So yeah, two kind of random things that I like to do.
Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us. It was super great meeting you, and wish you all the success in the future.
Thank you so much. Aloha.